What's up, gamers? Welcome back to KTGaming, your home for everything gaming and tech. And today, I'm diving headfirst into one of the most disturbing, unsettling, yet incredibly fascinating horror shooters we've seen in years, ILL, or ILL. If you thought survival horror couldn't get any more intense, buckle up. This game might just redefine the entire genre. So, let me break down everything you need to know. Gameplay, story, features, graphics, release date, all of that good stuff. The sources I'm using is PC Gamer, Games Radar, Mary Station, Steam, Summer Game Fest trailers, and the official developer updates. This is KTGaming. Let's shoot right into it. First things first, let's talk gameplay, because that's where ILL really sets itself apart. ILL is a first-person survival horror shooter, developed by Team Clout, but calling it just a horror shooter almost feels too simple. The entire gameplay loop revolves around visceral body horror, grotesque mutations, and absolutely brutal combat mechanics. You're not just shooting zombies here, you're facing off against horrifying mutated creatures that look like something straight out of The Thing or Silent Hill. Enemies don't just fall over when you shoot them, they react in real time thanks to the game's advanced dismemberment system. Flesh tears, bones shatter, limbs explode, every bullet matters, and every shot changes the enemy's ability to attack you. The developers are leaning heavily into physics-based interaction. You can interact with the environment on a whole new level, smashing doors, using objects for cover, and even causing parts of the environment to collapse and trap enemies. Ragdoll physics also play a major role. Enemies realistically slump, fall, and struggle depending on where and how you hit them. And weapons? They feel raw and unpredictable, as well as terrifying. Guns can jam mid-fight, forcing you into split-second decisions, while abominations rush towards you. The horror isn't just in what you see, it's in how the mechanics keep you constantly vulnerable. Another incredible feature is the advanced audio design. The game features binaural sound design, meaning enemy sounds echo realistically around you, forcing you to pay attention to every distant growl, heavy breath, or sudden screech. It makes every hallway feel alive and deadly. Now let's shift into the story. The full plot of ILL is still largely under wraps, but here's what we know so far. You'll be exploring an abandoned research facility where everything has gone horribly wrong. The facility is overrun by grotesque, mutated creatures, the result of twisted experiments that feel equal parts science fiction and pure nightmare fuel. The main character seems to be trapped in this deteriorating environment, where mutated humans, twisted flesh, and even the facility itself are constantly changing. There are hints of an overarching sinister presence controlling or corrupting both the creatures and the facility's systems, but full details are still being kept secret, likely to preserve the game's mystery when you play it for yourself. The vibe is extremely claustrophobic. Think Resident Evil mixed with The Thing, and even shades of Half-Life. You're isolated, terrified, and constantly being hunted. Visually, this game is absolutely jaw-dropping and horrifying. ILL is fully developed in Unreal Engine 5, which allows for incredibly detailed environments, hyper-realistic lighting, and some of the most disturbing creature designs we've seen in gaming. The dismemberment and body horror are pushed to photorealistic levels, making every encounter feel like something ripped out of your worst nightmare. The game uses real-time lighting and highly detailed textures to create an atmosphere that feels oppressive, wet, and decaying. Everything looks sticky, fleshy, and unsettling, in the best way possible for a horror game. Shadows and environmental details are so rich that you'll constantly feel like something is lurking right behind you, even when it's not. Multiple gaming outlets have called it one of the most realistic and gruesome horror games ever attempted. PC Gamer even described its trailer as the most disturbing video game trailer they've seen, and honestly, they're not wrong. Now, let's talk release and platforms. As of right now, ILL does not have a confirmed release date, but the game is currently in active development, and has already appeared in multiple showcases, including Summer Game Fest, and it is also available for wishlist on Steam. The game will be launching on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, ensuring that horror fans across platforms will get to experience its terrifying world. Given the scale of its development and recent reveals, many expect a late 2025 or early 2026 release, but again, nothing has been officially confirmed by Team Clout just yet. Let's be honest, horror games are everywhere right now, but ill is doing something special. It's not just leading into cheap jump scares, haunted houses, or even repairing different systems and then opening an exit door to escape. But some games, if they do that, they do it right. But this game focuses on the physical horror, the grotesque, disturbing mutation of the human body, and the constant vulnerability of the player. Everything in ill, from the advanced dismemberment system, to the hyper-realistic graphics, to the psychological dread that builds up as you explore, feels like it's aiming to raise the bar for horror shooters entirely. And with Team Clout's background including film industry talent and the goal of making a good effing horror game, as they told GamesRadar, it feels like they are more than ready to deliver one of the most intense horror experiences we've seen in years. Wow, that was a lot, but that is everything on ill that we know so far. Now players, I want to hear from you. Which part of this game excites you the most? Is it the grotesque horror, the insane physics, the cinematic realism? Personally, I'm hyped for the hyper-realistic dismemberment system because very few games dare to push that level of realism in a horror setting. I'm also really looking forward to the overall environment of like an abandoned research facility and like the different horror, like the horror itself is like we barely get games with dismemberment and just overall like grotesqueness, you know what I mean? So to see a game that's like this, it's really a breath of fresh air for the horror genre. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section, players. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to leave a like, comment, ring the bell, and destroy that subscribe button for all things ill, gaming, and tech, right here on KTGaming. And remember guys, in horror, it's not what you see that gets you, it's what you don't. Stay safe out there, gamers.